And her husband is the one that created the Whitestone Audio Box P331 that I now use. So he created that for Kim. So she ran this mix through that box that her husband built for her, and then I bought one of the commercially available ones.
So it comes full circle.
It does. It does. You know, it's a supporting of friends and colleagues, but at the same time, you know, getting a little flavor of what they're using. So
yeah, well, it sounds great. I think that the mastering also, it sounds like super in your face, which is, I guess, for that kind of genre is exactly what you want in mastering. I mean, mastering is always genre dependent, but
it is. Yeah. But thank you. I'm glad you like it. It's I love that song. I love working with those guys, and I can't wait to work on their next project.
Amen. Hopefully soon.
Yeah.
Awesome. So Matt, I think this has been an amazing conversation. I really loved speaking with you. It's been like such a pleasure to get to meet you and get to know you in person beyond just hearing your voice. I want to ask you a question, something that I ask everybody on the show is, you know, when you were kind of coming up at the beginning of your journey, was there something that you maybe did or didn't do that you'd want to impart on the listener who's maybe more at the beginning of their journey? You know, this would be a good path to take, or don't do this. I made this mistake.
Don't not pay attention to your business. You got to take care of your business, or you know, I know it's boring. It's not fun. It's not creative, but you've got to embrace it one way or the other. You've got to be aware of your finances and taxes and all that business. And the other thing too, like, I think one of the number one things I regret, if I look back, you know, I'm 51 now. So if I could go back in time, knowing what I know now, I probably would have started saving money when I was 2, or the first time, like as soon as I could consciously go, oh, I got money, I'm going to put that in the bank. Like if I could, as like a toddler, if I could be aware of compound interest and investing in the stock market, it's just like, I would go back and do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Because then I could be so much more financially comfortable. And, you know, I know that some people will say, well, I'm not in it for the money. You know, I'm in it to survive, and I'm in it to enjoy life and enjoy the music that I work on. And when you mind your P's and Q's with money, it just kind of takes the edge off of everything. Makes you relax more, allows you to pay attention to the music. But when you don't pay attention to the business, you make some bad decisions with music. You make some bad decisions with people's work and the people you choose to work with. So I say pay attention to that for sure, please.
Yeah. Well, Matt, this has been so much fun for me. Like really a pleasure and a privilege to get to chat with you. How can the audience find you on the internet?
You know, you can go to mattboudreau.com. You can go to workingclassaudio.com. And, you know, however you want to, you know, investigate me. You know, if you want to listen to my podcast, go to the podcast site. If you want to do any work with me or investigate my audio work, definitely go to mattboudreau.com. And I'll give you links, of course, Ben, so you can include those in your show notes. I know how that goes.
You've already sent them to me, so we're all set. Yeah. So yeah, definitely. I'll put links in the show notes, and people can go check you out. And I will definitely give a warm recommendation to anybody who enjoys this podcast to definitely check out the Working Class Audio Podcast, because in my mind, it's like the OG of the audio podcast. So everyone's got to go check it out. And have a listen.
Well, I appreciate that. There's actually more people that are more OG than me, like Bobby Osensky. So Bobby influenced me. So if I've had an influence on you, then really Bobby has influenced you.
I love Bobby's podcast also. I don't always listen to it, but I if I can, I try to get, like, especially his intro bit when he talks about like the industry updates and stuff.
Oh, I love that.
No one else does that better, right?
Well, I'm humbled that you would have me on your show. I appreciate it. Thanks for taking the time to hear what I have to say.
Of course. Yeah, I'm honored. So I hope to stay in touch. Thank you so much for your time, and stay safe out there.
I will. Thank you. You do the same.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Secret Sonics. I hope you enjoyed my conversation with Matt as much as I did. If you enjoyed this episode or any of our other episodes, I'd super appreciate it if you would go to Apple Podcasts and leave us a rating and review. It really helps the show. And if you could share this episode or your favorite episode with a friend or two, that would also really help the show move forward. In addition to that, you can find us on social media. Just search for Secret Sonics. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. And you can email me at secretsonics@gmail.com if you have any comments, feedback, guests you might want to recommend, anything like that. So that's about it for now. Until next time, I hope you guys have a great week. Stay safe out there and dig in. Bye-bye.